The Hellfire Gala is here, and I invite you to learn about Squirrel Girl's story in Marvel Rivals Season 2. There is a lot of lore in this game, so I am here to catch you up so you can keep playing the game. Welcome to Chapter 2, BFFFs. The story begins where all stories should, with Doreen Green, the Squirrel Girl, celebrating along with her companion Tippy-Toe after receiving an invitation to Krakoa's Hellfire Gala event. And Squirrel Girl says, "Can you believe it, Tippy? We got invited to Krakoa for the Hellfire Gala." Recently, she'd been battling vampires in the perpetually dark New York City. So this tropical getaway to the futuristic mutant-inhabited Krakoa is certainly a welcome break. Now, while everybody's dressing to the nines for this event, Squirrel Girl takes a slightly different approach. She's dressing more in a beach attire, more casual. And as they're getting ready, they are interrupted by a strange alien dog named Amazing Baby, who is currently being chased by Raccoon around the island. And suddenly they look off towards the shore, a bunch of waves are happening, and they see none other than Jeff the land shark. Now at first, Tippy-Toe and Amazing Baby, they get scared, they flee into the jungle. So then Jeff leads Rocket and Squirrel Girl to go find them. Now once they get in this jungle, they find that Psylocke is down on the ground, cradling her dying wolf companion named Logan. And Psylocke says, "He was my best friend. When the Collector ripped me from my timeline, I thought I would never see him again." And then Psylocke goes on to explain how Logan traveled across both space and time, searching for her, following a mysterious man in red. And then after hearing this, determined to help, Squirrel Girl proposes using Krakoa's resurrection protocols, which is a technology on the island reserved for mutants, and she suggests this to save Logan. In detailing this, Squirrel Girl says, I wrote a paper on memory storage about how real memories could theoretically be stored in digital format. Now, observing this whole interaction is Emma Frost, the current host of this year's Hellfire Gala. Now, at first, Emma Frost refuses using the resurrection protocols, but then she says, "Cerebro was designed to store one current copy of each mutant's memory profile, so please just make sure it's the right one." And then Emma Frost telepathically shares a plan, and it's something along these lines. Squirrel Girl and Tippy-Toe, of course, accompany Emma to the cradle to handle Logan's memory upload via Cerebro. Meanwhile, Rocket and Amazing Baby seek Groot to convince Krakoa, the living island, to grow a special non-mutant body for Logan using seedlings from mutants lost during the Timestream Entanglement. And finally, Jet the land shark stays behind to comfort Psylocke as Logan has passed away. With the plan set, Psylocke thanks the team deeply and greatly, calling them her Shiguri, which means animal spirit guardians from her culture. And then later at the gala, Psylocke awaits news. Suddenly, Jet the land shark, Tippy-Toe, and Amazing Baby appear, followed by a youthful, resurrected Logan the Wolf. Psylocke, of course, is ecstatic. Squirrel Girl and Rocket celebrate their success but realize they're inappropriately dressed for the gala. Squirrel Girl and Rocket celebrate their success, but as they look around, they realize they are wildly dressed inappropriately for the gala. To which Emma Frost says, "There is no way, brother, you are not going on that dance floor dressed like that." So the two decide to leave, gathering their animal friends to form their own beach party. However, as they're leaving, unbeknownst to them, there's a techno-organic pattern forming on the Krakoan gateway of the island. I'm sure that's nothing to worry about. What could possibly go wrong?
Will be exterminated. You all belong to history.
And that, my rivals, is the end of Chapter 2 of Squirrel Girl's Marvel Rivals story. Now let's talk about this real quick. So, Hellfire Gala. I think the most important part of this story is the world building on Krakoa. They introduce the Resurrection Protocol. So basically what that is As you saw in this story, they use that alongside Cerebro to resurrect fallen mutants, but in this story there's an exception to be made with Logan. Not to be confused with Logan the Wolverine, but Logan the Wolf. Now that's like, a last-ditch effort. When things go horribly wrong, they could attempt to fix it. Thing is though, Ultron is invading Krakoa. Is he going to destroy this machine? We don't know about that. We might figure that out. I'm not sure about that, but that's something you gotta keep your eye on. But I like this story. It's a little story, some world building, some character interactions. I liked it a lot. What did you think though? Leave a comment down below telling me what you thought of the story. While you're down there though, please leave a like on the video. It helps the video get out to more people, helps grow the channel. I would appreciate that. Also, if you want some early access to future stories we cover, YouTube channel memberships are available. They get to see these videos first before anybody. So if you're interested in that, also join our Discord server. Over 50 members strong now. We would love to have you over there. We got a couple more hero stories to cover. They dropped a few stories, so we'll be doing those, and then we will start to get into the gallery cards as I begin to unlock them. I've already unlocked one, but I'm probably gonna wait until I finish the hero stories to cover all of the gallery cards, because we got this whole the Cerebro event. So it's like split up into 4 pieces. I imagine there's maybe 1, 2, or maybe even more gallery cards in the event that we could cover. So we're just gonna do the hero stories and then we're gonna do the gallery cards afterwards. But with all of that said, as always, I thank you for watching, but you have to remember, even though I thank you for watching, you and I, we are rivals till the end. And it doesn't matter if we're playing the game in competitive mode, you hit me with a one-shot across the map with Hawkeye, and then you use the resurrection protocols on me because we're on the Krakoan map to bring me back to life. I am never going to forget that.